Hello, I'm Paul Beastall, CEO at HutanBio. Over the past century, we have become globally reliant on trade. And yet, as the emergency in Ukraine demonstrated, we're also very vulnerable. When Russia blockaded the Black Sea ports, 30 million tonnes of grain failed to get to Africa, and that caused people to starve. But we also face a climate emergency, and heavy transport consumes 1.2 billion tonnes of oil a year and produces 3 billion tonnes of CO2. This means we're on a knife edge. We need to make sure we manage the population of the planet and support them today, but also need to ensure that we minimise long-term damage to our planet and save it for future generations. At HutanBio, we believe there are a broad range of solutions that will help contribute to climate change. Our own solution is a biofuel grown from algae that sequesters 1.8 tonnes of CO2 for each tonne of material it produces. It's the result of a decade of R&D. Our founders ran the biggest screening of marine microalgae in history, survival of the fittest, where they subjected multiple strains of algae to the stresses and strains that caused other algal fuel startups to fail. This was science at an industrial scale. They screened 1.2 trillion colonies looking for the most robust and productive organisms. At the end of the process, around 140 different species were identified, and of those, 80 were in the same family, previously unknown to science, an organism that has been around for 2 billion years that directly produces oil. But algae alone will not be enough. So we're also developing targeted engineering solutions to allow us to grow that algae at massive scales and in an economical way. We're looking at modular solutions and automation that will control the growth of the algae. We're effectively a smart agriculture business, where rather than growing food, we're growing fuel. Our engineering solution involves photobioreactors, containers that allow us to grow the algae in salt water, but on land, vertically, where we can get much better illumination from the sun. We're targeting deployment in coastal deserts, where we have minimum impact. We're not driving deforestation, we're not fighting for agricultural land, and we are not using fresh water that is important to other life. As a company, we use the UN's Sustainable Development Goals to guide us. Our long-term journey is to build oil farms that cover many square kilometres throughout the world, from Chile in the west to Australia in the east, delivering oil to customers close to where they need it, and to contribute to curing climate change, being part of the solution that we all need to look for as humanity.